And welcome to Counsel of the Day with Shanrae. I am Shanrae, and I am so glad to have see y'all on tonight. We are on week 2, part 2 of this month's topic, May 2026, the science behind the why we don't try. This week's subtopic is why do we resist anything that is different? Give me 1 minute. Let me go live on Instagram because there we go. We're on there now. All right, so I have put in the comment section, there is a growth mindset 3-minute test link that I'm putting in the comment section if you all want to copy it and take it and do it. It's only 3 minutes, and it helps you understand you. It helps you better understand you, who you are, and different things like that if you're interested in taking that 3-minute growth mindset. And I said, let me jump on this first rather than later because I will forget once I get started talking, y'all. All right, so let's move on. I'm going to bypass certain things. I am a degreed counselor from Ashford University. I acquired a dual degree from Ashford University. All right, and my website disclaimer, I'm going to open it and then I'm going to shrink it back. And this is for those that need to see the website disclaimer. All right, and let's go back to that. Now let's move on to, I am a Christian counselor. And so let me show you this really quickly. And then I'm going to minimize it. So my scripture that I use is Deuteronomy 31:6, NIV version. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. All right, and so let me also get on Facebook. I'm sorry, I thought I was on here. I don't see where I am live on here. Let's go back and try it again. I thought I was on Facebook. Maybe I am. Okay, let's try it again. Because sometimes my signal in the house is weird. So let's try it again. Let's see if I'm on live. I'm supposed to be. There we go. I am live on Facebook. All right, I popped up. There we go. Let me share. Let's share. Here we go. All right, so let's move forward. We are on this is part 2 of our topic from on Tuesday night. Why do we resist anything that is different? Trust me, this is not an isolated conversation. This is something that we all do. We will overlook something that that's a little different to us, and we'll just bypass it. And not sometimes the things that we bypass will actually help us grow, and it will help us expand our world around us, as we talked about on Tuesday night. So let's open up and let's go to our key points for tonight. I'm going to maximize it and then I'll minimize it. Our key points for tonight are the word try often signals intention, but without the action. Okay. And it keeps us, it keeps us psychologically stuck with this. Okay. Then unfinished intentions drain mental energy. Action provides cognitive relief. All right. And doing what's in your control builds agency, even when outcomes are uncertain. So agency is not a matter of trying harder, but choosing to act on it or choosing not to. So let's move on to our first one. And I want to thank all the viewers for tonight because I just saw a big spike in viewers. Thank y'all. Those on YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I'm missing something. X. Thank y'all for all the viewers that are coming on tonight. Thank you all. So let's start with our first question for tonight. And I'm going to open it and then I'm going to minimize it. Should we all just stop trying? Question, should we all just stop trying? All right. And it says the hidden cost of trying and what to do instead of just trying. Okay, we're going to unpack this in a minute. Now, this study is by Miss Pamela Parisky, PhD. She's an associate in Harvard Psychology Department, a senior fellow at the Network Contagion Research Institute. She's taught at Johns Hopkins, the University of Chicago, and the U.S. Air Force Academy. So she is very accredited in her research and in her study. Miss Pam, I'm going to call her Dr. Pam. So, the first thing, let's move on. If at first you don't succeed, we already know the answer to that. What are we supposed to do? And y'all know this is an open platform, so y'all are welcome to write down your comments. I will highlight them. But the question is if at first you don't succeed, what are we to do? And we know the answer is try again. But let's see what the study says. So the standard answer, of course, is again, try again. But they are highlighting a former music executive, Miss Carla O. And she has a book on a psychological incisive question. What exactly does it mean and what does it do about if at first you don't succeed? What are you going to do? So this music prodigy, Miss O, she brings a pragmatic experience-based sensibility to this question of effort and locus of control. So in contemporary life, trying has become a kind of morale placeholder. So, and we're going to open this. It signals effort and sincerity when you say, I'm going to try. For instance, I'll try to be there. I'm trying to do this project on time. I'll try to call you later. So these type of statements sound very reasonable, but they often describe an internal state rather than an actual behavior. Okay? So they mark intentions without commitment, effort without execution. So the use of the word is so commonplace now that Dr. O was saying she's trying to get her act together to write a second book, and she was talking about or write an article. But what if we remove the word try from our vocabulary? And this might sound like semantics to you, but that small linguistic word, it shifts forces from a fundamental change in your mindset, from avoiding the blame, from possible failure, to a willingness to be held accountable. So from an external to an internal locus of control. For instance, instead of saying I'll try to be there, change your word. Hey, good night, how are you? Change your verbiage to I'll be there. Okay, so number one, what trying actually signals. So research, and let me make sure that's on here, what trying actually signals, and I believe that's on here. So research on self-regulation indicates that vague intention-based goals, like I'll try to, okay, are far less likely to produce behavior than commitment to concrete actions. Instead of saying I try, you're saying I will do X and X at Y time, whatever. So the word try preserves ambiguity. And when people say that they're trying, they often mean that they are expending mental energy, thinking, rehearsing, worrying, monitoring their emotions. Trying, it does allow room for retreat if the outcome is uncomfortable or uncertain. So, in other words, when you say I try, you actually, I'm going to try. You giving yourself an out. Instead of committing, you're giving yourself an out to I'm trying. Okay. Oh, that's upside down. So replacing the word try, it collapses that ambiguity. You either take an action or you don't. So the mind no longer gets credit for the effort alone of saying, well, at least I tried. Okay. So number two is the relief of do. So the music prodigy her examples repeatedly illustrate what happens when people stop narrating their intentions and start acting on their intentions. A person who stops trying to be understood and instead makes a commitment to communicating clearly changes behavior accordingly. A person who stops trying to feel motivated and instead takes one concrete step, sends the email, applies for that job, or leaves the situation, whatever it may be. This gives that boost of morale. All right, so what also changes is the mental load. Psychologists have long observed what's known as the Z effect. Now, it's the Zeigarnik effect, but I'm going to call it the Z effect because I can't pronounce that word properly, which is the unfinished task and unresolved intentions that remain cognitively active in our brain, intruding on our attention and increasing mental stress, while completely or decisively abandoning the actions itself, releasing that hold. For instance, I gave an example last week about how 3 years ago, I purchased a sewing machine because I have always wanted to learn how to sew. But it has always played back in my mind. I got this brand new sewing machine with the whole kit included with it. And I still have not, it's been 3 years, and I still have not, which I have, my time constraints are crazy, but I still have not intentionally made the effort to weekly sit down and learn new steps into sewing. Because my thing has been, even if I don't know how to make an outfit for myself, if I can alter an outfit for myself, that would be awesome. Buying some things that maybe don't fit, they fit a little too snug in one area, and if I can alter it and fit, fix it, to me, that would be amazing. Okay, and so this is what this is talking about right here. These unfinished intentions, how they linger in the back of our mind. All right, so a lot of these psychologists says that research on goal completion shows that once a plan is made or an action is taken, intrusive thoughts decrease. So when a plan is made, it's always in the back of our head. I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try. But when you put forth the effort to do it and take action to do it, then it decreases the thought in the back of your head because you completed the task. Okay, so even if the outcome is uncertain, because you took action to do it, you completed that task. Okay, and so you kind of freeing your mind. The song "Free Your Mind," that you're freeing your mind. Okay, so doing things provides closure that trying to do them does not. It just can't. I'm gonna say that again. Doing things provides closure that when you saying I'm going to try, that doesn't produce closure. It just can't, because it's something that is unfinished business. All right. So number 3, agency without illusions of control. Crucially, stop trying does not confuse doing with controlling. You cannot do. They will like and approve of me. Okay, this is some examples. This is guaranteed to work, or she will love me. But you can do, which is listen with curiosity, submit the work, speak the heart, and end the relationship. So in other words, this example that was given is, instead of thinking, if I do this, then she'll love me or he'll love me. But you're thinking it and you're not taking action. But if you take the action, then you don't know what the outcome is going to be, but at least you took the action, and now you know, and you found out. Okay, so the distinction strengthens self-efficacy, the belief that one can take actions that influence your outcomes. So self-efficacy grows through observable behavior and feedback, not through internal efforts alone. Each act of doing, successful or not, provides information. Trying often provides none. So if you act on what you're thinking, you're gonna get information, whether it's what you thought it was gonna happen, or maybe it's something else. But at least you took action. But you keep saying that I'm gonna try and don't do it. You will always be, always be curious. Well, what would have happened if I did it? There are people who want to further educate themselves, but they talk. It's so easy to talk yourself out of doing it. Why don't you just try, instead of trying, take steps to doing it? Go on and apply. Go on and start from, maybe you want to go to college. Sometimes you might have to start with a specialty school. Start getting and getting your certificates and licenses in something and work your way up. That's what happened with me years ago. I started with going to courses, school, going back to school to get my CNA, then went back to get my LPN. Not my LPN, my it was something else that I went to, not my LPN, but it was something else. Then from there, I thought I was finished with school. Then I wound up going to college and going straight through 2 jobs, a full-time wife, full-time mother, 2 jobs, and a full-time college student. But them 4 years came and went quickly, and I completed my goal. Okay, so it's just go on and take the steps of doing it. It's easy. It's so easy to talk yourself out of doing it, of doing things. And I mean, just step by step, make small steps. Everything is not a giant leap, but start by small steps. Like I said, start looking into certifications if you desire to go to school. With me, I took the first step. I went ahead and invested in a beautiful sewing machine and everything. So now I have to space out the time to try to learn how to sew and how to sew in a straight line, y'all. Because even with the guards, I still do a terrible job, but it's just perfecting that. Okay. So, removing try does not mean disengaging from effort or emotion. It means refusing to substitute the try or the hope for the actual action of doing it. It also means taking a responsibility when you're not actually willing to take the action. So instead of saying that I'm going to try and then apologizing later for not doing whatever you said you was going to try to do, just sometimes the honest answer is just say, no, I ain't going to make it. No, I'm not going to be able to do it. Nope, I'm sorry. I cannot lend you that money. Just going to say no. Number 4, a small word, a large shift. The power of eliminating try. It all lies in the mindset shift that it enforces. Trying keeps people psychologically over invested and behaviorally installed. Let me say that again. Behaviorally stalled, excuse me. So trying keeps people psychologically over invested and behaviorally, which no action at all, stalled. But doing accepts the limits or tolerates the uncertainty, and it insists on the actions where action is both possible and wanted. And it accepts that some things are not worth doing. So, I mean, a lot of times you don't know what to expect until you're in it, until you do it. And that's with everything. We don't know what the outcome is going to be until we try it, until we do it. And let me take that word, that try out, until we actually take action steps and do it. So stop trying is not an argument against real effort. It is an argument against both pretend effort and wasted effort. I'm going to say that again. Stop trying is not an argument against real effort. It is an argument against both pretend effort and wasted effort. So, and it's a reminder to say yes when we mean it and no when we don't mean it. So, are you going to come to my party? No, I'm not going to. No. Instead of saying, I'll try. No, I'm not going to be able to make it. It's just too much going on at this time, but I can send you a gift. Something like that. Send me a cash app, something like that. Okay, so again, it's a reminder to say yes and mean it or say no. All right, so let's move on. We did this quick, and I'm so grateful that we did. All right, that was my 4 points for tonight. Let me open that up. That was the 4 points for tonight. We did good, guys. We getting out of here on time. And here is our takeaway. And once again, I put in the comments there is a 3-minute growth mindset assessment. It's a 3-minute If you want to take the test, the link is there, and it'll kind of show you a little bit more about you and who you are. Okay, it's only 3 minutes, guys. If it's something that you think that will help you move closer to reaching your goals. All right, so our takeaway for tonight is, let me open this up. All right. Stop trying is not an argument against real effort. It's an argument against both pretend effort and wasted effort. And it's a reminder to say yes when we mean it and no when we don't. I just said that again, but that's very important, guys. Let's do our quote for tonight. Our quote tonight is, it is our duty as men and women to proceed as though the limits of our abilities do not exist. And that's by Pierre de Chardin. It is our duty as men and women to proceed as though the limits of our abilities do not exist. And that's by Pierre de Chardin. All right, so I'm going to do my service announcements, and then I'll see y'all next Tuesday. All righty there. All right, this is for my fellow theorists, counselors. This is where all of my findings and the research and the teachings come from. That's my website, the theories. All right. Create a personal and professional transformation through expert life coaching. If you're looking for a life coach to help you move further, move and reach that goal, and you need a little assistance with it, www.betterup.com. All right, the next one is Ada Plus Community, empowering adults with ADD, ADHD, and OCD to live their best lives. A different brain requires a different approach. www.adapluscommunity.com. Our next one is BetterHelp. So if you want a safe space to speak with a licensed professional online, BetterHelp offers affordable counseling sessions for individuals, couples, and for the entire family. www.betterhelp.com. All right. And 988 Crisis Helpline, where it says help is available. Connect with people that you can trust. So if you know someone that is struggling, or if you yourself are struggling, it's okay to share your feelings. The 988 Lifeline provides 24/7 free and confidential support for people in distress, prevention and crisis resources for you or for your loved one, and for best practices for professionals within the United States. The 988 Crisis Helpline, it is 24/7. Okay, and our next one, Learning RX. All right, this is this company and this organization has been around for well over 30 years. They offer brain training, a way to strengthen your thinking skills. There are a lot of professionals like judges, doctors, lawyers, business top CEO business people that utilize this organization to strengthen their brain. But this organization was created to help the average individual who may struggle with working memory, long-term memory, ADD, ADHD. And it says the average graduate who graduates from Learning RX, they're not only have their memory and long-term memory and attention have been improved, but their IQ has increased at least 13 points. I love Learning RX. I tell you, www.learningrx.com, adult tutoring. They also tutor children too. They also tutor as well. Children as well. All right. So if there's a past Counsel of the Day with Shanrae series that you have missed or you just want to rewatch, go to my YouTube channel at Shanrae Price. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications, and then you can select any past series that you would like to watch. YouTube me at Shanrae Price. All right, and the last one for this evening is professional one-on-one counseling. So if you're interested in professional one-on-one counseling services with me, feel free to contact me via any of my social media inboxes, or you can email me at shanrae.price@gmail.com. I am a lifestyle strategist, and my aim is to aid you in your overall goals and your dreams. And this has been my week 2 of Counsel of the Day with Shanrae, my May 2026 series, with the science behind the why we don't try. This week's subtopic was, why do we resist anything that is different? I will see you all next week on Tuesday night and Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for 30 minutes of counsel. And that's with another subtopic. Again, our topic for the month is the science behind the why we don't try. Next week, we'll be talking about a different subtopic. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy. Guys, once again, there is a 3-minute little assessment test in there to help you kind of figure out maybe your weaker areas and areas that you want to strengthen. If you want to do it, it's in the comments. Go on and press the link and take that little 3-minute assessment. I will see y'all next Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a wonderful weekend. This has been Counsel of the Day with Shanrae. Good night, guys.